What is going on, everybody? It's me back with a new video, and today I have no big announcement, no major update or whatever you want to call it. It's just me and honestly about the reality of life right now for me. Before all of that, make sure to hit the like, follow, and overall check all the links down in the description. I feel like a lot of people show just the good stuff, the exciting stuff, the nice cars, the success. In reality, the success. But nobody shows just the normal days, the no progression days, or just the overall days you just don't want to do anything, you know? The days you just want to stay home and honestly stay in your bed. You know, for the past couple of months, I've just been using this channel for motivation, for self-development. And while this is good, I myself don't even do it every day. So I can only imagine how you guys will, you know? Not making myself the greatest of all time, no. But based on what I've been through and what I've tried to get across, I sometimes lack on it myself. And you know, I just wanted to make this video just strictly for people who feel like they're in the same spot or around the same spot as me, you know, sometimes stuck, sometimes a little foggy on what they truly want, or whatever the case may be. Around that, I'm calling out to you. Right now, my days are simple. I wake up, I do what I gotta do my chores, come, grind, go home, take a shower, boom, you know? And they repeat. No dramatic story behind it, no highlight, no beautiful this and that. Although it is a beautiful thing to wake up every morning, to see the sky, to feel all that. And I do thank God every day. But what I mean by important, what I mean by exciting or new is new job opportunity, new promotion, or whatever the case may be, things like that. Some days are just simple, some days are repeatable, some things are boring. It's normal. And you know, I used to feel, and I think I still do, like a sense of falling back behind or not doing enough or whatever the case may be. But in reality, I just feel like that's kind of the process, you know? That's kind of the process in which you have to go through, because, you know, as long as you feel like you've given it your 100 for the day, you shouldn't feel like you could have done more, because you're never going to be satisfied, you know? Even when you have the goal or whatever you wanted in your hand, you're never going to be satisfied, because you're always going to want more. And you know, there has to be a limit to your desire. And I feel like nobody wants to talk about the quiet phase, the phase where you're not talking, you're not whining either, but you're just growing, you're just winning, you're just doing all that, you know? Everybody's just in their own worlds, in their own voids where nobody wants to speak up. Or people could be building and, you know, it's not exciting, it's not flashy, it's not all over the place, but it's just in your bubble. It's just where you want it to be and nobody else is. But now that I think about it, this phase this phase does matter more, because it enhances the overall mentality and boosts the rate of success of your goal. It's where a lot of new things get unlocked, a lot of new skills that not only helps your goal, but helps you as a person, regardless of the outcome of your goal. You're going to retain what you've learned. You know, mentally, I've been trying to learn to slow down, you know, because I talk about motivation, I talk about act now and do this and that. Yes, that's great. But sometimes you need to slow down. Sometimes you need to just overall sit down and see what have you accomplished in that certain period of time that you set, or that you expected it to be done by then. Because rushing sometimes makes you anxious, or well, at least it did to me. It made me anxious. It made me complain. It made me worried. It made me kind of nervous in a sense. And now I'm learning that sometimes being slow is intentional, you know? It's not sometimes that I don't want to. It's intentional. I want to slow down, because nothing's better slowing down and doing it right than speeding up just to get it done. But the quality is mid. And you know, like, I just come to find out that a lot of things, activities, people, seasons aren't always supposed to be happy, you know? Growing up, I used to love Christmas, and now I don't really like Christmas, you know? I don't really like it. It's still my favorite season, but it's not a season to be happy about, other than the Lord, of course. But other than that, I really don't find much excitement to it, you know? It's not that I'm being dry, it's just sometimes I feel that way. Other times, I love it. I love Christmas, I love fall, I love things like that. But other times, it just doesn't come, that spark just needs the spark, but it isn't there. But all in all, something that really does need spark to loosen up is online. You know, there's a lot of pressure online, regardless if it's people that you know or anonymous people, your fans. Pressure to be ahead, pressure to have it figured out, or pressure to be involved in whatever, and also pressure to fit in. You know, a lot of people like to fit in and to be in a lot of things that they really don't have no business in being in. If you really think about it, a lot of people online that think they have it figured out really don't. You know, you should just look back at yourself and look back at that person when you see them and really see, do they show what they pretend to be online or so say they are online? You know, a lot of people don't have it figured out. They're in the process, you know, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with being a little behind. There's nothing wrong with just starting. There's nothing wrong with learning something new, you know. There's nothing wrong with not learning the same way as other people. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that is great, because that's what makes you different. This is what's gonna give you the opportunity to provide something new to the environment, to the community, to overall the online space that a lot of people need, you know. A lot of people doesn't need every Elon Musk, every Mark Zuckerberg. In that case, there will be no inspiration. There will be no alliance with one another. There wouldn't be the art of art. But all in all, everybody's just trying to do the best with what they have or what they have been given. You know, a lot of people aren't rich. A lot of people aren't poor. A lot of people didn't have parents. A lot of people didn't have brothers. A lot of people have sisters. A lot of scenarios around the world that people have to revolve around in order to make things work for them. And once you truly accept your position and what you are standing with right now, things get lighter, because when you truly understand your position, what you want, and how you're going to get to it, the last part might be hard, but the 2 steps that I just said, you will significantly feel lighter. And all the things I said before that will feel way lighter as well, just for the simple fact of identifying what you are meant to be. So yeah, I mean, this video is nothing really that crazy, you know. It's nothing, I mean, I guess you could say motivational, I guess you couldn't. I guess you could just say just sitting down and truly talking to you guys face to face, man to man, man to girl, girl to man. I'm not a girl, but you know, whatever the case may be, you know. I just want to sit down and truly talk to you guys. Nothing special, no crazy edits, just cutting dead space on the edits when I edit it, and that's it. You know, nothing insane. But all in all, I really do hope this helped you understand yourself a little bit more, where you're standing, and what do you need to change, you know? What do you need to either slow down in or rush a little bit more? Because there's nothing wrong in rushing things a little bit, you know, not too much, but just a little bit, you know, just a teeny push just to truly, you know, see the outcome of that certain situation, so then you can do a few tweaks to it later. But all in all, I really do hope you guys liked this video. And if you guys did, subscribe. Honestly, I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers. I'm on the way, about like 14 subscribers left. So I would truly appreciate if you guys subscribe. Check the links, check the Instagram, check the everything. Literally just check the everything. I'm gonna just say check the everything, because I don't want to do everything. Nah. Just check the everything. And all in all, guys, God bless, peace, and I hope you guys found this video interesting, entertaining, and most importantly, resourceful. Love you guys. God bless.